Again, good morning, everyone. Um, this will be a sort of a review for us for your upcoming second mastery test. At the same time, I'll be discussing also your upcoming activity. Now, talking about activities, in my lists, in activity one, only few actually submitted their outputs. Again, it's up to you, grade 7. Well, definitely, I will not give grades to those who didn't submit outputs. Yeah, I have only 6. You are only 6 in the online class, just to make it sure. Because I will be hiding this one, all the activities, the previous activities, I will be hiding this one. I am now starting to collate your outputs at the same time, grading you with your outputs. Again, you're only 6, right? Activity 1, I only received 6. Okay, activity 4, I only received only 4 students who participated. So it's up to you. And anyway, we're talking about activities, talking about grades. I am not a typical teacher that gives grade to those who don't have output. I cannot give grades if you don't have output. Simple as that. Okay, again, at the end of the day, I will be hiding this output. You will have an upcoming activity. Your activity is still hidden, which is activity number 3. At the end of this session, this class, I will be posting activity number 3. Okay? So your activity number 3 will be talking about the biological organization, the one we had discussed last meeting. Okay? Again, let's have a review of biological organization, starting with the cell. Again, what do you call a primitive type of cell? Anybody? What do you call a primitive type of cell? Yes? What do you call a primitive type of cell? Just like your bacteria, it has a primitive type of cell. Okay? Or an organism which has a primitive type of cell. What do you call that one? We had discussed that one last meeting, right? Grade 7? Hello?
No, no.
Are you sure that you want a review? Or I will just end this meeting? You don't remember? Di ba we are done discussing this one with the biological organization? Are we done with biological organization? Okay. If we are done with biological organization, I already discussed the types of cell. Okay? The organization. Okay, I already done discussing that one. At the same time, the groupings of those terms. Like for example, if we will group the cell, it will form tissue, right? Di ba I discussed that one last meeting, grade 7? I even posted my module in the LMS, grade 7. Grade 7, are you still with me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, di ba we already done discussing the biological organization? Grade 7? And it is actually included in your LMS, in your module? Grade 7? Okay. So again, let's review. Talking about biological organization. So there are major classification of an organism. Let's start with a primitive type of cell, an organism which has a primitive type of cell. We call them prokaryotes or prokaryotic cell. Okay? Pro means before and karyon means nucleus. Pro, primitive. Okay? It's primitive. It has a primitive type of cell. Therefore, when you say primitive type of cell, it doesn't contain or the cell doesn't contain nuclear membrane or the one that covers the nucleus. Okay? Instead of nucleus, this cell contains nucleoid, which has an irregular shape. Okay? It looks like a nucleus because the genetic material is there. Okay? The genes are there. But it doesn't form is a circular formation. It's irregular because it doesn't contain nuclear membrane. Okay? The second one is the eukaryotes, okay? Eukaryotic cell. These are organisms that has two nucleus. Meaning to say, when you say two nucleus, it has what? Nuclear membrane. So it has nuclear bound membrane. One good example, one good example is an animal cell, and another example is the plant cell. Okay? Eukaryotes again has a nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane that covers the nucleus. Therefore, it forms a circular shape because it covers now the nucleus. And the nucleus carries the genetic information or genetic makeup of an organism. Okay? Next, we need to classify also organism according to unicellular or multicellular. When you say unicellular, the organism can live by their own. It's complete with a single cell, sometimes called single-celled organisms. Again, when you say single-celled organism, these organisms can live by itself with a single cell. Like for example, your bacterium, okay? Your bacterium has a complete, um, it's already a complete organism. And aside from that, it is a prokaryote or prokaryotic organism. Why? Because it has a primitive type of cell. It doesn't contain nuclear membrane. Okay? Again, usually prokaryotes are unicellular. Okay? Another type is the multicellular organism just like us. When you say multicellular, uni means one, by the way, and multi means many. We are composed of many cells. Usually, if you are composed of many cells, therefore, you are considered as a eukaryotic or eukaryotes. Okay, you have eukaryotic cells. Again, multicellular organisms, these are organisms composed of different cells. Let's move now to the basic unit of life, cell. Again, your cell can actually perform different metabolic processes. At the same time, your cell also can perform cell differentiation. Okay. That is where we came from. From the basic cell, from a single cell, from the union between sperm and egg, comes a zygote. And the zygote now contains stem cells. Stem cells is for cell differentiation. When you say cell differentiation, a single cell can actually create different cells. Like for example, a single zygote can form muscular cells, can form what? Blood cells, nerve cells, and so on. Okay? That is cell differentiation. Again, these stem cells are responsible for the development of different types of cells. That is for animals, stem cells. How about in plant? In plants, it is called meristems or meristematic cells. These meristematic cells also are responsible in the creation of different types of plant cells. Like for example, the roots, the stems, the flowers, the leaves, this came from a meristem. Okay, meristematic cells. This is how plants also grow. Now, if we group, are you still with me, grade 7? Are you still with me? Okay, make sure that you are still there because the next activity is quite long. And again, this will be the last time that I will remind you with your activity. Okay, am I making that clear? Okay, I will not give another chance for the activity because it's too long already. Already given you ample time to do your activity. Okay? I understand that we are in a pandemic situation, but it is not an excuse. It is not um, a reason for not making your activity. Since your activity is in your LMS already, and it takes how many weeks already, right? Again, this is the last time that I will remind you with your activity. This is one way also to train yourself to be responsible. Again, grade 7, this is one way to train yourself to be responsible. I am doing my task for you. I am now, extending my helping hands to you. But you need also to do your part, right? Again, you need to do your part because this is a two-way process. And I cannot give grades if you don't have outputs. As simple as that. That is why grades are earned, not given. It is not given, it is earned. Okay? Let's move now to if we group again cells, it will form what? Tissues. Again, when you say tissues, these are group of similar types of cells. Like for example, your skin has skin cells, right? But if we will group the skin cells, it will form skin tissue. Okay? Again, these are groups of cells, similar types of cells that work together to carry out specific tasks. Okay? Like for example, muscle tissue. Okay? If it is a single muscle only or muscle fiber or muscle cell, it cannot perform its function. But because it is grouped to form tissues, it can now perform movement or its function. Muscle tissue is for movement or causes movement. How about connective tissues? It provides support, structure and support often connects other types of tissue together. Correct. Okay. Nervous tissue. Okay. Nervous tissue can be found in your nervous system. Can this it can also found in different synapses. It can also found in regions where the brain communicates to your muscles or the brain communicates to the different parts of your cells or different parts of your body. Epithelial tissue, okay, it protects, actually it will create a protective outer layer of the skin lining and major organs or internal body cavities. Like for example, your your stomach has epithelial tissue. It is to protect, again, I already given this example. This is to protect your stomach against what? This is to protect your stomach against self-digestion. Because remember that your stomach contains pure hydrochloric acid. Okay? Pure hydrochloric acid that is highly acidic. And because of your epithelial tissue, your stomach is actually protected against it. Plants also have different types of tissues. Okay? We have the three parts, the three main types. We have dermal tissue, vascular, and ground. When I say dermal, this is to reduce water. Remember that your plant needs water. That is why we need to reduce the evaporation of water. This is with the help of your dermal tissue. One good example, the waxy protection in your fruits and vegetables, that is to reduce the evaporation of water. We have also vascular tissues. Again, these vascular tissues, I will be specific with this. It is called xylem and phloem. Now, the purpose of this is to transport water and nutrients from one part of the plant to another. Okay, again, vascular tissues, if we're talking about vascular plants, it is called xylem and phloem. This will carry now the water nutrients to the different parts of the plant. How about ground tissue? Okay, again, ground tissue provides support and storage of food and where photosynthesis takes place. Like for example, your leaves, okay? And the different parts of your plant also contains ground tissue. Like your potato. So if you're going to look at your potato, it is a specialized part of the plant that and actually contains a lot of ground tissue for storage of food. Okay? Now, going back to this discussion, if we're going to group now tissues, it will form organs. Okay? Organs are groups of different types of tissues working together to perform a particular job. So what is the importance of grouping now tissues? If we will group the tissues, it will create an organ. This organ might be specialized for a particular function. That's the reason behind. Okay, one good example is your heart. What else? Lungs, liver, kidney. What else? Brain. What else? These are composed of different tissues working together, right? And perform its particular job. Plants also has organs, okay? Like for example, the leaf. Now it's complete already. That's one good example of a plant organ. Now, if we group the organs, are you still with me, grade 7? Are you still with me? Grade 7. Again, grade 7, to tell you honestly,
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And hopefully you are taking down notes. Okay, what is the importance of taking down notes? Sure, did you upload your handout already, your module in the LMS? Yes. But the importance of writing is you are now internalizing or you are now encoding and decoding. Do you know what I mean? When you write, you actually you know what you write. Okay? Therefore, you are encoding the information and writing it down. So that's the importance of writing. Okay? That's the importance of taking down notes rather than downloading the module and not taking down notes. Please take down notes. By next module, hopefully, I might include different terminologies which you cannot see in your module. Just to double check if you're actually writing your notes. Okay, going back to the discussion, if we will group organs, it will form organ systems. Now, these organ systems are groups of different organs that work together to complete a series of tasks. Meaning to say, it has a bigger function already. Okay, it has a bigger process. Okay, typical example. your circulatory system. Okay, your circulatory system has a lot of organs working on it. It may be indirect or directly. Okay? Your heart plays a vital role in this circulatory system. What else? Your blood vessels. What else? So those are the different organs working together. How about um, respiratory system? Okay, your respiratory system plays a vital role also. Still have 10 minutes left. Okay, in plants, they have two major organ systems. The shoot system, which is from your stem up, flowers, leaves, those are the shoot system. And the root system. Okay, the root system anchors the plant and takes in water and nutrients. The importance of this for us to know, they perform different tasks. Like for example, the root system actually takes in water and nutrients. The shoot system, what? Transports, okay, food and water all throughout the plant. Okay? If we group organ system, it will actually create what? An organism. So we are now organism. Okay? Again, we need this organ system for us to survive. Without the organ system, we cannot actually survive. And we are now a component of what we call as biosphere. This is the layer of the planet Earth where life exists. This is only the layer, or this is the only layer where life exists because it can sustain life. This is sustainable. Okay. Question so far, grade 7. Question so far. Again, I already given you review, and hopefully remember that your mastery test is fast approaching. And again, in our mastery test, it's different. Okay? It's different. And I want you to do your task. Again, this is the last time that I will remind you with your activity, because your activity, I will hide all the activities after. Okay? I will hide all the activities after. So after this, I'll be leaving an activity for the day. Again, after this, I'll be leaving an activity for the day. And I'll be collecting those activity after this day. So around 5, I'll be also hiding the said activity. Question so far? Grade 7? Question so far? No. Sure? Are you sure? Okay. Well, in that case, I cannot force you to do so. It's up to you. Again, at least I already done my part in giving my knowledge towards you. It's up to you to internalize in it. Again, good luck for the exam, and hopefully you learn something out of our discussion. This is the second time around that I already discussed the said topic. Uh, uh, okay. Okay. So I'll be posting the activity after this, right, in your LMS. And again, your major exam or your second quarter exam, no, your mastery, second mastery exam will be, in my subject, it's 20, right? It's November 20. So again, you have still have ample time to review. And I actually, you know, make it as easy as possible in my part, all right? And hopefully you actually answer it correctly. Question so far again, grade 7, with regards to our discussion. Grade 7, question so far? Okay. I think that'll be all for today, grade 7. Thank you for your time. And hopefully you'll be done doing your, right? I already given you chances, right? So you cannot actually blame it in case. And I'll be waiting for the outputs for the activity of the day, and I'll be grading you also. Again, this activity will be hidden after the day. Okay? I think that'll do it for today, class. Uh, and I will just end this meeting in order for you to use the time. We still have a 30 minutes left to do our activity. Thank you and goodbye, class. See you soon. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.